Hi, welcome to Fundamental Flow. This class will be really accessible and modifiable and an opportunity to connect to the basics of yoga. So we will get started in a seated position. Simple cross-legged seat works here. You can always sit on your shins or sit on top of a block or a blanket. But as you arrive, close your eyes. Palms can rest down on your knees. Begin to feel your sit bones ground down. Bring awareness to your core as you slightly pull your low belly in towards your spine. And as you do that, notice the crown of your head lifting up towards the ceiling. Let your shoulders relax down your back. Feel your heart start to open up into this space. Become aware of your breath, feeling your inhale and your exhale as it naturally moves through your body. And over time, we'll start to deepen into the breath. Breathing in through your nose as you fill up from your low belly to your chest. Breathing out of your nose and emptying from your chest down to your low belly. Focusing all of your attention on your breath as you feel the inhale fill you up to capacity. The exhale emptying you out completely. It's through the breath that we establish ourselves in the present moment. Taking 2 more rounds of breath. As you complete that last exhale, open your eyes and shift out into tabletop. You'll walk your hands forward and slide the shins back behind you. We're aiming to stack the shoulders on top of the wrists and the hips on top of the knees. Keep the strength of your low belly hugging in. Keep extending the crown of your head forward. And as you inhale, drop your belly, lift your head, cow pose. Exhale, drop your head, lift your belly, cat pose. Again, deep inhale, belly drops, head lifts. Exhale, head drops, belly lifts. Inhale, belly drops, heart pulls forward. Exhale, head drops, belly lifts, taking 2 more rounds on your own. Breathing into these deeper sensations as you start to warm up your spine. And as you complete that final round, you'll travel back into a neutral spine, firming up through the low belly and feeling the length of the spine. Extend your right leg towards the back of the room, lifting the toes up off of the mat, really pressing back through that right heel. Now begin to reach your left fingertips forward like you would shake my hand. Extending out through your fingertips as you keep the right leg lifted and strong. Feel that right palm press away from you as your low belly continues to pull in towards your spine. And then notice as you find balance here, are you still connected to your breath? Those deep inhales through the nose, bringing length into the spine. The exhales holding you and strengthening you. 1 more breath in. Then exhale, release, left hand, right knee to the mat. Start to send your left toes towards the back of the room, lifting them up off of the mat. Pressing back through the heel as you continue pulling in through your belly. Start to stretch the right fingertips forward. Really extending through the right arm. Grounding down into the left palm. And keeping that left hip squared off, all 5 toes pointing down. Easy breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, keeping your focus on this pose. Final inhale. Release back into tabletop as you exhale. As you spread your fingers wide, feel both of your palms ground equally into your mat. Then tuck your toes under, lift your hips up high, downward facing dog. As we arrive in our first down dog of practice, we give ourselves an opportunity to move around and settle in. It might be bending the knees or pedaling out the feet. But bring your awareness to the way this stretch feels on the back of your legs, your hamstrings, and your calves. As you continue rooting down into both of your palms, keep feeling the action of your hips lifting up towards the ceiling. Put effort into pressing your chest back towards your thighs and bring lots of length into your spine. We balance out all of this strength with a little bit of ease as we let our head hang heavy, softening your jaw and the space in between your eyebrows. Feeling the support of your strong breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Begin to unplug your hands and walk them back to your feet, folding forward at the back of your mat. As your heels touch down, let your head drop down, and you might grab on to opposite elbows. Feel free to bend deep into the knees, feeling that release on the low back. You could even sway from side to side, adding more release in the spine. Land in that place of feeling really comfortable and supported here. Feeling that even flow of the breath in and out of the nose. And then release the grip that you found. Feel the feet press down. As you inhale, come up to stand. We'll keep our arms down by our sides. Palms will face forward, fingers spread wide. Close your eyes. Feel all four corners of both feet rooting down into your mat. Bring strength into your legs as you hug up on your kneecaps. Low belly pulls in towards the spine as the crown of your head lifts high. Relax your shoulders, fingertips reaching down towards the ground. A deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. And then open your eyes as you inhale, lift your arms up above you, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold, feel back into that deep release. Halfway lift as you inhale, lengthen your spine, hug your belly in. Exhale, forward fold, drop your head down low. Inhale, high mountain, sweep the arms up as you look up. Exhale, forward fold, release. Halfway lift, deep breath in. Forward fold as you breathe out. High mountain, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, feel that length. Exhale, walk your hands out to downward facing dog. Keep the hips lifted. Feel the chest press back towards the thighs, the head hanging low. Continuing to breathe in and out of your nose. Inhale, look towards the top of your mat. As you exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift as you arrive, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high mountain, reach the arms up as you look up. Exhale, forward fold, release. Halfway lift, deep breath in. Exhale, plant your hands and step your feet to the back of your mat, arriving in plank pose. Staying high on the toes, always the option to drop the knees down. It's the same exact pose. We're pressing down into the palms, the low belly staying strong, the crown of the head is lifting forward. Stay for your inhale. As you exhale, bend your elbows, lower all the way down to your mat. Untuck your toes. Press into the tops of your feet as you inhale. Lift your heart, Cobra pose. Stay for the exhale. Feel the shoulders relax. One more inhale, heart lifting. Exhale, release your chest down to the ground. Tuck your toes. Tabletop or plank pose gets you back. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips high. Drop your head low. Take a deep breath in and out of your nose. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands, folding forward. Halfway lift as you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high mountain, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, release. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back into plank pose. As you exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, Cobra pose. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower your chest. Tuck your toes, tabletop or plank pose gets you back. Downward facing dog. Connect to a breath in, a breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. High mountain, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant hands, step back. Lower all the way down to your mat. Cobra pose, inhale, heart lifts up. Exhale, chest lowers down. Tabletop or plank pose gets you back. Downward facing dog. A breath in and a breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Lift your left leg, standing splits. It's like a one-legged forward fold. We're continuing to allow the upper body to drop down. Simply lifting through the left leg. We're pressing the left heel towards the back of the room. Your breath is still strong and deep. We'll take one more inhale. As you exhale, release your left foot down to the mat. Halfway lift, reset the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Now the right leg lifts high. Standing splits. As sinking the crown of your head down towards the ground, keeping that right leg strong and lifted. Easy breathing. One final inhale. Forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Bring your big toes together to touch. Totally fine to keep a little separation between the feet, but we'll start to bend the knees and sink the hips down low as we lift the arms up. We come into chair pose. Feeling both feet press equally into your mat, just like you did in mountain pose. But now we put effort into squeezing the thighs together, dropping into the hips, lifting through the crown of your head and your fingertips. Take this big, deep breath in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back and lower all the way down to your mat. Cobra pose with your inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, chest lowers. Tabletop or plank gets you back. Downward facing dog, a deep breath. Your right leg will lift as you inhale. Feel your right heel press towards the back of the room. Squaring off that right hip, all 5 toes point down. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, step right foot in between your hands. Lower your left knee down to your mat. Untuck your toes. Lift the arms up above you. Low lunge pose. Take time rooting down into your right foot. Feeling back into the strength of your core, the stability of the low belly pulling in. Breathing into your side bodies as you reach high through your fingertips, sink down into your hips. Option to look up as you inhale. Bring hands to your mat as you exhale. Tuck your back toes under, lift off of your left knee. Crescent lunge as you inhale, reach the arms up above you. Take time to settle in here. We're squaring the hips off towards the front of the room. You can feel yourself deepen into your lunge as you press your right shin forward. Acknowledge the strength of your left leg as you stay high up on those back toes. We're here for one more inhale. Let it fill you up. Exhale, palms to the mat. Right foot steps back, downward facing dog. Lift your hips high. Drop your head low and feel the breath flow. Your left leg will lift as you inhale. Start by pressing the heel towards the back of the room, squaring off through the left hip. All 5 toes point down. Stay firmly rooted through the palms as you take one more inhale. Exhale, left foot steps in between your hands. Lower your right knee, untuck your toes. And take your time settling into low lunge. Feeling your left foot connect to the mat, feeling supported and grounded. Reaching high through your fingertips as you soften into the shoulders. Option to look up as you breathe in. Hands meet the mat as you breathe out. You'll tuck the back toes under, lift off of the right knee. Take your time as you move into crescent lunge, arms reach up above you. Steering the hips forward as you aim to square them off. Notice how you can deepen into your lunge as you press through the left shin. Keep the strength of your right leg. You can feel your right thigh lifting up and back. Hug through the belly. Stay lifted through your fingertips. Fill up with the inhale. Palms to the mat as you exhale. Step back into downward facing dog. Hips high, head low. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands, fold forward. Halfway lift, big inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose, knees bend, hips drop, toes may come together to touch. Arms lift up. At this time, start to feel your shins press towards the back of the room. Keep sinking down into the hips. Take one more big breath in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your palms, step back into plank pose and lower all the way down to your mat. Cobra pose as you inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lower the chest. Tabletop or plank pose gets you back, downward facing dog. Your right leg will lift as you inhale. Right foot steps in between your hands as you exhale. Lower your left knee down. Low lunge, inhale, arms lift up. Sink into the hips. Take one more breath in. Exhale, palms to the mat. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the left knee. Crescent lunge, inhale, arms reach high. Lunge gets a little lower. Big breath in. Open up into warrior two, facing the left side of the room. The hips begin to open, the arms extend out long. Notice how that left foot is grounding down. You're really pressing into the pinky toe edge, sinking deep into your right leg. The right knee is tracking towards the pinky toe edge of the right foot. Look out in front of your right middle fingers. Find that place to focus your eyes. One deep breath in. Exhale, palms to the mat. Step back into downward facing dog, hips high, head low, a breath in between sides. Your left leg will lift up as you inhale. Left foot steps in between your hands, right knee lowers, untuck the toes, low lunge, inhale, arms lift up. Stay for the inhale. Fingertips to the mat as you exhale. Tuck the back toes. Lift the right knee. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Arms lift up. Feel your lunge deepen. Stay for the inhale. We'll open up into warrior two, spinning the right heel flat to the mat. Arms opening wide, fingertips reaching in opposite directions. Now the left knee is tracking towards the pinky toe edge of the left foot. Keep your low belly pulled in. Find a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back into downward facing dog. A breath in, a breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Chair pose, knees bend, hips drop. We take one big inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back and lower all the way down to your mat. Cobra pose, inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower your chest. Tabletop or plank, downward facing dog. We have one more round of lunges here. Right leg lifts, breathe in. Right foot steps in between your hands. Crescent lunge, inhale, rise up, reach the arms up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. We've been here before as you sink deep into your lunge. This time, start to flip your front palm, reach forward and reverse your warrior. Right fingertips stretch up towards the ceiling. Every time we inhale, we're reaching high. Every exhale, we're sinking back into the lunge. Final breath in. Exhale, palms to the mat. Right foot steps back, downward facing dog. A round of breath to reset. Left leg will lift, inhale. Left foot steps forward, exhale. Crescent lunge, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Begin to flip your front palm, reach forward, reverse your warrior. Reaching up with the inhales, sinking into your lunge as you exhale. Feel the stretch on the left side body. One more breath in. Palms to the mat, step back into downward facing dog as you breathe out. 2 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. As you release that last exhale, lower your knees to the mat, hips stack on top of the knees, shoulders on top of the wrists. We're back into tabletop. From here, extend your right leg towards the back of the room. The toes are floating off of the mat. Stretch the left arm forward like you would shake somebody's hand. Feel the extension as you reach in opposite directions. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your elbow to your knee and round your spine. Inhale, reach everything long. Exhale, elbow to knee, round through your spine. One more time, reach long, breathe in. Elbow to knee, breathe out. Reach long on the inhale, hold with the exhale. Take one final breath in. Release back into tabletop. Switching sides, extend your left leg towards the back of the room. Reach the right arm forward. Connect to an inhale, let it fill you up. Exhale, elbow to knee, round through the spine. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach long, hold strong. Take that final big breath in. Exhale, release, tabletop. Firm up through the palms. Step your right toes to the back of your mat. Spin your heel flat. Reach the right arm up to the ceiling. Now you might kickstand that left shin out, pressing down into the left hand as you reach up for the ceiling. You can stay right here. You also have the option to lift your right leg as you tap into a little bit more balance. Pull the shoulder blades together. Keep opening up through the heart. Last breath in. Exhale brings you back into tabletop. Right palm, right knee to the mat. We'll switch sides. Step your left toes back. Spin your heel flat. You might kickstand that right shin out and reach up through the left fingertips. Feel your breath as you arrive here. stay or option to float your left leg. You're pressing back through that left heel. Keep opening through your chest, hugging through the shoulder blades. Final breath in. Exhale brings you back into tabletop, rooting down into your palms, really spreading the fingers wide. Step your right toes to the back of your mat, followed by your left toes, high plank pose. Press back through your heels, extend forward through the crown of your head. Keep the low belly strong, keep your breath stronger. You have one more inhale. Bend your elbows, lower all the way down to your mat as you exhale. Run the arms along your sides. Palms will face up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your legs together. Feel your shoulder blades pull in towards one another. As you inhale, start to lift your chest, your arms, and your legs off of your mat, locust pose. Think about reaching your fingertips and your toes towards the back of the room as you pull the crown of your head forward. Every inhale, we're lifting. Every exhale, we're holding. Final breath in. Lower down as you breathe out. Place one cheek on your mat. Close your eyes. A restful breath. And we'll do that one more time. This time, flip the palms down so the thumbs are pointing out. Squeeze everything back together, the legs and the shoulder blades. With your inhale, pick it all up, chest, arms, and legs lifting. And then start to time up these little movements with your breath, lifting up with the inhales, holding strong as you exhale. Staying with the rhythm of your breath. One more inhale, lift high. Exhale, lower down, opposite cheek to the mat, just evening the sides of the neck. Easy round of breath. Bring the hands under your shoulders and send your hips back to your heels as you arrive in child's pose. You'll bring your forehead to your mat. So there's so many variations of child's pose and there's no wrong way to do it. But when the knees are close together, we'll feel more supported on our low back. When the knees are wide apart, you'll start to feel a bit more in the hips. And bringing your forehead to a block just brings the floor a little closer to you. Arms along your sides, easy on the shoulders. We'll give ourselves 3 rounds of breath to ground back down, to feel the connection to the present moment, maybe the intention you set for yourself for this practice. And just start to extend the arms out in front of you. Spread your fingers wide, tuck the toes, lift the hips, transitioning back into your downward facing dog. Reconnecting to this posture, you might move around similar to the way we did at the beginning of practice, just kind of feeling out the back of the legs, the length of the spine, easy on the head and the neck. A deep breath here. And as you inhale, lift your right leg high. As you exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Crescent lunge. Inhale, arms reach up above you. This time we'll twist to the right, reach the left arm forward, send the right arm back behind you. Arrive here. You have options to sink deeper into your lunge, to look further back towards your right fingertips. And as you inhale, lift the arms up above you, crescent lunge. You might even look up. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back into downward facing dog. We'll switch sides. Left leg will lift as you inhale. Left foot steps in between your hands. Crescent lunge, inhale, arms lift up above you. Twisting to the left, right arm forward, left arm extends back. Dropping that back knee is a great option as well. Looking back towards the fingertips as you continue twisting through your heart. The inhale brings you back through center, arms lift up, you might look up. Exhale, bring hands to your mat, step back into downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step right foot in between your hands, crescent lunge, one breath, inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, we open up into warrior two. We've been here before, sinking deep into our lunge as we feel both feet ground down. Start to flip your front palm, reach forward, reverse your warrior. And then as you exhale, bring your right forearm to your right thigh, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Keeping the left arm lifted, or you could bring your left hand to your left hip. Look down at your right toes. Start to walk your right fingers forward. You could also grab a block and begin to lift your left leg off of your mat, coming into half moon. Take time. This pose requires a lot of patience as it's a process to transition into it. But as you feel sturdy and strong, you might reach that left arm up towards the ceiling. We're aiming to open up towards the left side of the room as we continue lifting through the chest, lifting through the left leg. Final breath in. Exhale, left hand to the mat, square the left hip off, drop your head down low, standing splits. Here for just one breath. Then release the left foot down to the mat, meeting the right. Halfway lift as you inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. Bring your big toes together, bend your knees, sink your hips low, chair pose. Twisting to the right, left arm reaches forward, right arm extends back behind you. So here we bring awareness to the knees. We want them to stay in line with one another. You can start to feel your left hip press back into space as you sit low in your chair. Inhale brings you back through center. Twisting left, right arm forward, left arm extends back. Stay strong in your legs. Keep sinking into your hips, squeezing in through your thighs. Inhale brings you back through center. Straighten your legs, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back into plank pose and lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, Cobra pose, inhale. Chest lowers, exhale. Tabletop or plank pose gets you back downward facing dog. We'll reset with a full round of breath. Your left leg will lift as you inhale. Left foot steps in between your hands. Crescent lunge, inhale, arms lift up. Take the exhale and open up, warrior two. Grounding into the feet as you reach out through your fingertips, you'll flip your front palm and reverse your warrior. Breathe into the space. And as you exhale, left forearm finds your left thigh, right fingertips reach up high. Leaning back and starting to feel that rotation through the heart. You can keep the right arm lifted. You could also bring your right hand to your right hip. You're going to look down towards your left toes. If you need a block, grab a hold of it and start to lift off, right leg lifting. Take time. We're pressing back through that right heel, getting firm in that lifted leg. Then maybe you start to reach the left finger, as in right fingertips up. Feel the shoulder blades pull together. Allow your heart to expand. Try not to forget about your breath. We're here for one more big, strong inhale. Exhale, lower, left hand to the mat. Keep the left leg lifted. Square the hip off. Drop the head down low. Just a brief standing splits as we breathe in. Lower left foot to the mat as you breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Chair pose as you inhale. We'll twist the left side first. Right arm forward, left arm back. Pressing back through that right hip as you sink down into your chair. Breathe in, breathe out. Back through center with an inhale, twisting right, left arm forward, right arm back. Sink down into the hips. Press the shins back. Deep breath. Inhale brings you through center, straighten your legs, look up, reach up, exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower all the way down to your mat. Untuck your toes, Cobra pose. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, chest lowers. Tuck the toes, tabletop or plank gets you back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look towards the top of your mat. As you exhale, walk your feet to your hands. As you arrive here, separate your feet about hips width distance apart. You can take your peace fingers to your big toes, pointer and middle finger like a peace sign. Just allowing the head to hang heavy. There's so many variations for a forward fold. You can bring hands to blocks. You could bring hands behind your head, interlacing fingers. Just feeling the weight of the upper body releasing. It's a great place to soften the jaw and just reconnect to that flow of breath. And just releasing any grip that you have. We'll heel toe the feet out to the wide edges of our mat. So the heels turn in, the toes turn out. You'll start to bend your knees and sink your hips down low. Great option to sit on a block here as well. Fingertips can remain on your mat. You could also bring your hands to your heart center. And we're starting to use our elbows, our triceps to press into the inner thighs to really open up through the hips. And as you do that, lift up through the crown of your head. Keep your spine tall. Easy through the shoulders, relax them down your back. I like to offer the opportunity to close your eyes and just take this time to really observe yourself. Noticing those physical sensations. Noticing the way you react to those sensations in your mind. And just remembering this is a practice of compassion, love, and kindness. We'll stay for one more inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, drop the palms to the mat, lift the hips high, forward fold. Moving any props out of the way as you bring the feet in underneath your hips. Halfway lift to reset the spine. Exhale, forward fold. High mountain as you inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the palms to your heart center. Feel the right foot ground down into your mat. Bring your left knee in towards your chest. From here, open your left knee towards the left side of the room. You can place the sole of your left foot on your ankle as a kickstand. You could bring it to your shin. You could bring it to your inner thigh. Finding a place along the leg, anywhere but the knee works here. Keeping hands at your heart is a good option. You can also reach the arms up above you. And as you press that left foot into the right thigh, press the right thigh into the left foot. Put effort back into the breath. One final inhale. As you exhale, release your left foot down to the mat. You might shake off that left side, right side. We'll switch it out. So root down into the left foot. Start to bring the right knee up and in towards the chest. Opening the right knee towards the right wall and then placing the sole of your foot on your ankle, could be your shin or your inner thigh. And once you find that place and you start to feel pretty stable, you might add on, the arms could lift up above you. Really rely on your core for that stability to keep you here and balanced. And it's so easy to start to hold on to the breath, so really ignite those inhales and exhales. Last deep breath, fill up. Exhale, release, right foot down. Sweep the arms up above you, breathe in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold. High mountain, inhale, reach the arms up. Hands land back at your heart center. Take this moment to soften the eyes. And just get really present and focused here with yourself. As your eyes open, you'll ground down into your right foot. Bring your left knee in towards your chest. Option 1, stay right here. This is a great place to be. Option 2, you can extend your left leg forward. Keep the hands at your heart center and focus on lifting through the crown of your head, stacking your shoulders on top of your hips. Follow the inhale, let it fill you up. As you exhale, send your left leg towards the back of the room and extend forward through the crown of your head. Finding warrior 3. Hands to blocks is a great alternative, continuing to extend out through the crown of your head. The goal is to have a really long spine, and we're lifting up through the heart, just like we do in Cobra pose. And then from here, bend into your right knee and step your left toes down at the back of your mat. Coming through crescent lunge, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, opens you up, warrior 2. Begin to straighten your right leg. Send your hips back as you reach the right fingertips forward. Then drop your right hand down. It could be your thigh, your shin, or a block on your mat. The left fingertips stretch up towards the ceiling. As we arrive in triangle pose, we're really starting to feel into this expansion through the front body. We can feel the sensation of leaning back and opening up. And then start to notice that left side body. As you extend forward through the crown of your head, create space. As you lean back and open up, you can feel that expansion. Complementing what you're feeling with your deep breathing. One more inhale. Exhale, hands will frame your right foot. They could also come to blocks. As you step your left foot in about halfway, we're coming into pyramid pose. We want to square the hips back off towards the front of the room. Usually all 10 toes are going to point forward. Halfway lift as you arrive. Then exhale, fold, drop your head down low. And it's here that we're feeling a deep release in the upper body, but we're focusing on stretching out through the hamstrings. Just recognizing that our legs have done so much work for us today, so this is us giving them a big, deep release. As you inhale, lift your heart halfway. Soften your right knee and step your left foot forward. Fold in as you arrive, let your head completely drop down. And then as you inhale, we'll come back up into mountain pose. The arms can lift up. The hands can meet back at your heart center. An opportunity to close your eyes and simply reset for the other side. Let that right side wash away as you step into the present moment. Eyes open back up and the left foot stays grounded. Right knee hugs in towards the chest. Staying here is option 1. This is a good place to be. Option 2, you can extend your right leg forward. Focus on getting really tall through the spine, crown of the head lifting, belly strong. Deep breath in. As you exhale, send the right leg towards the back of the room. Stretch forward through the crown of your head. Arm variations for warrior 3, you can extend them back behind you. You could bring the hands to your heart. If you're looking for that added challenge, you could always send them out in front of you. Deep breath in. Start to bend into your left knee. Step the right toes down at the back of your mat. Reach the arms up, crescent lunge, land here. Use the exhale to open back up, warrior 2. As you arrive, you'll straighten through the left leg. Feel the hip shift back as you reach forward. Reach until you can't. Drop your hand down to your thigh, your shin, or a block on your mat. And as we arrive in these poses, we're working to refine. As we ground back down into the feet, we're feeling the crown of the head reaching forward as we inhale. We're taking a chance to lean back and really open up through the front body with each exhale. Breathing into these bigger sensations. One more inhale, fill up. As you exhale, hands will frame your left foot. Soften into that left knee as you step the right foot in about halfway, squaring off the hips, all 10 toes pointing forward. We'll layer in a halfway lift, bring some length back into the spine. Then exhale, fold over top of that left thigh. Focus first on releasing the upper body. Let your head really drop down. Soften your jaw. And then begin to focus on the sensations in your hamstrings. As you press down into the heel of that right foot, and just continue to breathe. Inhale, halfway lift. Soften your left knee, step the right foot forward, keep folding in. And as you inhale, high mountain, reach the arms up. Bring the palms to touch, interlace your fingers, keep the pointer fingers out, lean to the left and look to the right. Breathe into the right side of the body. Inhale brings you through center, lean to the right, look to the left. Inhale through center, you might look up and lean back. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank pose, lower all the way down to your belly. This is our final Cobra pose, so as you inhale, really lift the heart up. As you exhale, lower the chest back down. Tabletop or plank pose gets you back into your final down dog of practice. As we arrive in this down dog, choose to breathe for yourself, in through the nose, out through the nose. We take a final breath in, a final breath out. Inhale, look forward. Make your way into a seat. You could hop, step, jump, crawl, whatever gets you there. As you arrive on your sit bones, ground down into your feet so the knees aren't bent. And then hold on to the back of your thighs. Come up onto your tiptoes. Lean back a little bit and feel the core engage. Know that you can stay right here. You can also lift one leg off of the mat. You can lift both legs off of the mat. As we work our way into boat pose, you can keep the hands right where they are. You could also send the arms forward. Start to really pull the shoulder blades together. We want the heart to be lifted rather than rounding the spine. Then pull the toes back towards you. Keep that breath smooth and steady in through the nose, out through the nose, a deep breath in. As you exhale, lower your feet down to your mat. You might just drop your chin to your chest, close your eyes for a moment. The head could rock from side to side. Then we'll take boat pose one more time. So as you begin to hold on to the back of your thighs, know that you can stay here. You can come up to the tiptoes. You could lift one leg, you could lift both. Hands can stay where they are, arms could reach out in front of you. Just make the heart really big. Fill up, empty out. Take this time to feel into your strength, and not just the physical strength, but the mental strength you have to stay here, present and focused. One final inhale, fill up. Exhale, lower the feet down to the mat. If you need to scoot forward or take any props with you, you've got a moment to do that, and we'll lower down onto our backs. As we lie down on our backs, we'll keep the knees bent and we'll walk the heels in so they're pretty close to the glutes. We want to make sure all 10 toes are pointed forward and we've got a little separation between the feet. Start to ground down into both feet equally. Palms are flat to the mat, arms are along your sides. And as you feel the feet root down, use this inhale to lift the hips up, bridge pose. So know that you can stay right here. You have the option to slip a block underneath you, supporting your low back, your sacrum. That's a great option. You also have the option to interlace your fingers, pulling the palms closer together, and really rolling the shoulder blades underneath of you. You'll feel your heart open a little bit more. No matter where you are, that breath is deep and strong, really feeling the stretch through the front body as you work to strengthen the back body. We'll be here, one more breath in. Exhale, hips lower down to the mat. As you arrive here, walk your feet out to the outer edges of your mat and let your knees drop in towards one another. And just a nice, easy round of breath to feel a deeper release on the low back. You could certainly add a little movement here if you like to windshield wiper the knees back and forth, you could do that. And as you feel complete, you'll start to bring the feet in so that they're right around the glutes. And then draw your right knee in towards your chest. Now you can wrap your arms around that shin, just give it a little squeeze in. You'll start to draw the right knee towards the right armpit as you reach for either the outside of the right foot or it could be right behind the knee. And then we're drawing that knee in towards the armpit as we come into half happy baby. Feeling just that subtle stretch on the right hip. Yeah, the left leg could extend long. Softening your shoulders and your eyes. If you have that left leg extended, bend the knee and place the foot back on the mat. You're going to cross your right ankle on your lower left thigh, shifting into half pigeon pose. So from here, you can stay. That left foot can remain right where it is. You could also lift your left leg and bring the hands behind your thigh or to the front of your shin. And you might start to feel big sensations, or you might start to feel some subtle sensations, and just be okay with wherever you are. Try to remain soft in the upper body, shoulders, jaw, eyes. Let that breath be as supportive as it's been through the entire practice. Taking one more full breath. And then if your left leg is lifted, lower your left foot down, bring your right foot to meet it. We'll start by hugging the left knee in towards the chest. You can wrap the arms around the shin, just kind of pull that knee in. You'll start to direct the left knee towards the left armpit. You can stay right here. You have the option to reach the left hand for the outer edge of the left foot. You could also go right behind the knee, and you're just going to start to hug that knee in towards the armpit. Right leg can extend out long. Notice maybe this side feels really different, and that's okay. Feeling at peace with these sensations and your breath. And you'll start to bend the right knee and place the right foot down on the mat. You'll cross the left ankle on the lower right thigh. So knowing that you can stay here just like you did on the other side, or you could lift your right leg and bring the hands behind your thigh or to the front of the shin. It doesn't have to be the same as what you did on the other side, just listening, observing, and giving yourself permission to do the things that you need to do. But most importantly, staying connected to the breath. It's here that we take the opportunity to slow down, and the breath helps us do that. The breath is that reminder to remain present. Well, the breath is what shifts this into a moving meditation. You have one final breath. And as you exhale, release your right foot to the mat. Bring the left foot to meet the right as well. Take your arms out to either goalpost or tee, either one works. Then lift your hips and shift them over towards the right side of your mat. Drop your knees to the left. You can stay here, or option to look over the right shoulder for just an added stretch on the neck. Close eyes. And let this be more effortless than anything else. As you inhale, come back through center. You're going to lift the hips up and shift them all the way to the left side, letting the knees drop over to the right. And then once you're here, you might decide to look over the left shoulder just to add a little extra stretch on the neck. Close your eyes.